Leo, how are you? This is Kate, and this is your reading for April of 2026. And yeah, I haven't been on here for a very long time doing readings, but Spirit kind of kicked me in the pants and said, you know what? You need to do this. And I don't really know why, but I'm just kind of following that intuition. I'm starting to get an inkling of why I'm supposed to be working with intuition more. I work in tech. Yeah, I work in tech, and secretly I've got, crystals and tarot and all the other stuff. So today we're going to do a Celtic cross reading with these cards, and then we are going to pull some oracles, and we're going to do the animal totems with the medicine cards, and then we are going to do an Ching and throw some coin. Let's see what is going on. We want messages for Leo, and I'm getting an intuition to cut the deck. Strongest messages for Leo for the month of April 2026. What do we got? Two of Cups, Six of Cups, Six of Wands, the Star. Well, of course, you're Leo, right? You are the Star. High Priestess. She's been showing up quite a bit in some of these readings. If you're a cross watcher, it might show up in one of yours. Bum, bum, bum. The Tower. The Two of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. Somebody around you. The Empress. And outcome of Eight of Wands. All right, bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool. Interesting energy you got here, Leo. What is going on with you? Interesting stuff here. All right, Leo. So you are the Two of Cups. So you're in the energy, soaking in the energy right now of relationship. There is a really strong relationship between you and another. And it could be someone from your past. Six of Cups typically is like someone from the past. And that is around you right now. You are the Two of Cups. And what is around you is this energy of like past nostalgia relationship. So maybe somebody is coming in from the past. The basis of the reading is a win and attention. And, you're Leo. You love that kind of stuff, right? So it's you standing on stage. You've won something. There's, the nice wreath of the winner and the spotlight is on you. So that's like the basis of this reading. But this relationship is like super important to you. And maybe the relationship is part of the reason why you're like getting some attention. In your recent past, you were the Star. The Star is Aquarian energy, which is your seventh house, or seven houses away from Leo. It's your opposite sign. And so that is like seventh house type stuff away from Leo, wherever, like if you're Leo rising, it would be your seventh house. If you're a Leo sun, it's just the energy that is opposite you. So it's relationship, the energy of, and the Star, what's the Star? Star is getting lots of attention. It's Aquarian energy. It's very broad and open. So like I'm getting like relationship vibes with all of this. But what's coming in is intuition, the High Priestess. It is you getting intuitive knowledge. And interestingly, we have a tower right in front of you. And the tower is, everybody's afraid of the tower because it's abrupt. It's, the lightning bolt that knocks down something that you've built. Now, this could be, intuitively, I'm just getting this vibe of like, you have had this relationship with this person for some time. And, or if it's somebody new, because we do have the Fool showing up. So there could be like this new person that's coming in, but they remind you of the past. But there's some kind of like past pattern going on. And this relationship does seem to be important to you. But the Tower coming in and having it right next to the Two of Cups means that there needs to be some kind of adjustment in either your patterns or their patterns in order for this relationship to give you the meaning that it needs to give you in your life. Like it's here for a reason. It's obviously showing up as a counterpart type of energy. but something needs to change. When these two cards show up together, in order for the relationship to be what it needs to be, some kind of pattern, thought process, belief system needs to fall apart. They might have a belief system. I'm thinking it's them, honestly, because in your external factors, you have the Three of Swords, which is, deep heartache and pain. She's, sitting there screaming out to the universe in pain. And there's some kind of like pattern that needs to shift in order for this to give you everything that it wants. It is meaningful, but I'm just hearing you could take it or leave it. Like, you're going to take it or leave it, but it's meaningful. If this person doesn't give you the meaning, someone else is going to come in at some time to give you the meaning and the fulfillment that you want from this. Now you have the Empress in your hopes and dreams. So like, you want to be the Empress. This is what you want, right? This is who you are, and this is what you want. But this isn't here, right? This is what you want. This is like your hopes and dreams, and you want to be the Empress. You want to give birth to something. You want to create. You want to make something happen here. But there's some energy. It's like, this could be like ancestral patterns that you picked up from mom and dad. It could be stuff that happened in your childhood. There's something that's blocking you. And I kind of feel like that Six of Wands, that the spotlight is not necessarily on you, but the spotlight is on patterns of the past. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that particular one and see. Ace of Wands. And that is, like the start of a project, start of work. And we've got the wands up here in the outcome, Eight of Wands. And that's very fast moving energy of like making things happen and getting things done. And so there could be this spark of inspiration or idea that comes in for you. This could be about a project too that you're working on with someone else, and you want to start something though, because you've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck and you've got the Empress in your hopes and dreams, but there's like this blocked energy with this person that they can't give you everything that you want, everything that you need. There's something more to get to the core of who you are with this relationship. There's something else that you need that they're not getting. And I'm going to pull a clarifier on Three of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, and that's, the wish card. Maybe they want something that it's just not you, and you're trying to give it to them, but it's not who you really are, and it's not what you really want from this relationship. So they have goals and aspirations, and you're going to break their heart because that's not who you are. And yeah, you can like sort of give them that. They see something within you, but it's not, you want something more. I feel like there's something more, and you're afraid to make a decision because this is your fear, the position of your fears around this situation. And you don't want to make a decision. You don't want to make a material decision. You don't want to make a material decision because you want to be the Empress. You want to be, giving new life to something. And there's some kind of issue. But I think, with the Tower showing up, I'm going to pull a clarifier on that. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the energy is just kind of like all over the place for you with this person, and you're trying to like create something. You want to create something. You want to start a new thing. You're like in let's go, let's do this thing kind of mode, and you feel nostalgia around this person. There's a lot of really good energy, but you need to focus your energy. This Tower moment is going to help you focus your energy, and you're going to be able to make the decision you're afraid to make, because you're going to be moving towards, ultimately the outcome is Eight of Wands, and that's fast movement to a conclusion. And you want to start something. You want to get this energy of, we've got the past energy with the Star, your counterpart of Aquarius, and nostalgia, and this person reminds you of that energy. They remind you of what that can be. But unless you go through this tower moment and put your focus on growing the thing that you want to grow and create the thing that you want to create, I think your intuition is the thing that's going to help you with all of this. And the decision that you are afraid to make, the material decision of like maybe saying yes or no to this person, like that's going to be super easy when you focus your energy on what it is that you want to grow, your hopes and your dreams. As soon as all of this happens, boom, you've got the Eight of Wands. The thing is going to happen faster than you have any idea. Like the project's going to be successful. The relationship's going to be successful. I'm not seeing you like saying, okay, I don't want to be with this person, or I don't want to do this project, whatever, you're considering here. But I think you feel like this needs some new life. This needs some new ideas. We need to put our attention on something else here. And so this tower moment, tower moments can happen either because you've made a decision, the one you're afraid to make, or they happen outside of you. But typically things happen when you make a decision. You make a decision and it's like the universe conspires to give you what you want. It's like when you're in that waffling, nebulous place, or being nostalgic and thinking like, I really want to recreate this thing that I had in the past. When you're focused on all of that energy, then it's like not a decision, because you're moving backwards. You're looking back at what was rather than looking forward at what can be. But you have that inner drive to like create something new. You have that inner drive to like go forward. That's there. That's all over the place here. But there's this nostalgia, like, remember when? It's kind of like, I kind of feel like, okay, there's this place that I used to live, and I loved living there, and I probably should have never left that place, but I made the decision to leave for a variety of reasons. We were kind of forced into it. There was a potential tower moment, but we made the decision to leave, and then ever since I've left, and it's been like 8 years since I left, I feel like, why did I leave this place? That was my home. That's my home on earth. Like, why did we leave? And so I'm very, very nostalgic about that place. And I'm making the decision to like move there or somewhere better. And I'm trying to bring forward like the positive experiences of the nostalgia I have, because I know like there is no going home. There's no going back, because it's a new place now. It's a new place every moment. And people have moved, people have changed, neighbors have changed. Like all of this stuff has changed about the place. It's not the same place it was 8 years ago, or, 10 years ago when we first moved there, and everything was like such a paradise and it was such an amazing experience. It's not the same place anymore. So there's no going home. Even if like you went back to your neighborhood where you grew up and thought, oh, well, this is where I want to be. It's not the same. It's a completely different neighborhood with new neighbors, and the house has changed, and there's no going home because everything is on its way to someplace else, including you, Leo. You're on your way to someplace else. And the place you're on your way to is what you want, to be the empress and to be the creator of your world, and the idea or the thing you want, whether it's the relationship or whether it's, I think it's the relationship. I think this is a relationship reading. And this person, unless they get clear of this stuff and take the blinders off of what they think you are, it's going to be really, really hard. Anyway, but you need to make a decision. Don't fear decisions. Don't try to make the right decision. Make a decision and then make that decision right. Because if you try to make the right decision, you're going to be stuck in, vacillation land for far too long. All right, let's pull some oracles. You got Inkpot. Problems to be resolved. We're just going to put that right over that Three of Swords, because there are some problems, and they will be resolved. You have to allow or create the tower moment in order to shift the energy of whatever this is. We got the Lion, and it's time to act. I think that encouragement is for you to make a decision to do the thing that you fear, or you have negative, like you don't want to make a decision. You don't want to make you have already made the decision. You just don't want to make it material. You don't want to like do it, but it's time to act. We got bag, and that is something important such as a new job or raise. So this could be about a job for you. I mean, maybe this person and your external factors is maybe that's your heartache and the job is just not giving you the money that you want. Could very well be that. But if you focus on what it is you actually want, and the Empress is like all about abundance, right? It's about having and creating, like pulling into reality, into material reality, that which you want, which if it is all about money and victory, it could be that. But you've got this like there's a relationship around it if this is a job type reading for you. Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. I think that's what you need to aim for. If it's hard and it's not working, start creating in your mind that lighthearted, carefree playfulness so that that can be manifest, because that's part of Empress energy too. Stepping into a new experience. You got leg, and that kind of makes sense with that tower there. All right, I am going to pull a medicine card, which is like there's animal totems. And we got the bat. Bat guano, 42. I have to look these up because I never remember what they actually mean. I should probably read the book again, huh? Someday. Rebirth, which is, makes sense with what's going on here. You need to be reborn in how you think about this particular situation and become that Empress. If bat has appeared in your cards today, it symbolizes the need for ritualistic death of some way of life that no longer suits your new growth pattern. This can mean a time of letting go of old habits, of assuming the position in life that prepares you for rebirth, or in some cases, initiation. In every case, bat signals rebirth of some part of yourself or the death of old patterns. Yeah, this isn't about like leaving a relationship. This is about leaving patterns behind. And your intuition is going to be the thing that's going to help you with that. It's happening no matter what. You've got the Fool. You've got the Tower. You've got all of this energy that's telling you you can't go back to the way things were. You have to go forward into who you were meant to be. But that nostalgia that's covering you, it's okay to have your memories. It's okay to think about the things that used to be in your life and how things used to be, maybe even with an individual. But it's time to shine a light and give attention to those patterns and those trying to get blood from a turnip type of things, I guess. Interesting reading there. We're going to do the I Ching, which is a Chinese divination practice. And I am using these pence coins. I think they're 2 pence coins that I don't even remember where I got them. But you just basically have 5 coins that look the same and 1 coin that looks different. And that's the line that's moving. And then, of course, a hexagram is 60. There's 64 of them, 64 different ways that 6 coins can fall. And so this book, I'll show you the book, the I Ching Made Easy. It's super, super cool. And it's got this like little diagram. You can see how like it's all beat up and had it forever. I use this for a ton of things. So you've got heads, tails. So that is this line. And then you've got tails. Somebody else got this. This is 26. Somebody else got this exact same one. I think it was Libra. Just got this. Yeah. They got the exact same thing. So I'm going to read it to you, though. I'm not going to just say what I did. I read it for Libra. So anyway, it is contemplation, perspective, observation, thinking it through. Wash your hands before making the offering. A tree on the open plains. The tree is also the wind, which blows over the earth, searching far and wide and spreading its influence. To see and be seen, which is that 6 of wands. She purifies herself and says a prayer before making her offering. Instead of going ahead automatically, she pauses, creating an alert and observing mind. Pause, prepare, and collect yourself before doing something of importance. Find a new and fresh perspective. Yeah, new and fresh perspective. No nostalgia. You got, right, line 6, right? Yeah, line 6 is moving. You are in a position to observe and form an intelligent opinion on the conditions of others without becoming involved. And basically it says get your head straight before going ahead. So you have to make a decision, but get your head straight is the message of the I Ching. So yeah, whether this is about a relationship or whether this is about a job, there's another person involved, and there's this external factor of heartbreak that is still there. So if it's like a new relationship, this person isn't over their old person, or they're heartbroken that you aren't entirely the old person or something like that. But this nostalgia is like pulling either you or maybe them back. You want things to be different than they are in some ways, but at the same time, you have a different decision, a different pull, a different motivation pulling you towards that Empress. And as I would just like focus on Empress energy, focus on manifesting that, because once you have that Tower moment of clearing how you see the situation, that Eight of Wands kicks in, right? And you get illumination on whatever is blocking that which you want. You can't go back though. Whatever you do, don't focus on what was. Focus on where you're going. Focus on allowing that Tower moment to give you that new perspective that makes you see either this relationship, this job, this experience, whatever it is, makes you see it in a different way. Because as soon as you see it in a different way, everything changes and you become the creator of what it is that you want to create. Leo, I hope this reading was helpful to you. If so, like, share, subscribe, whatever. Do the things. And we will see you here next time.